And welcome everybody to Rolling on Three, the first podcast for all three wheelers. Whether you're riding on a Ryker, Spider, Slingshot, this is the show for you. Today, I'd like to welcome Mama Mac all the way from Illinois to the show. Mama Mac, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Great to have you. Me and Mama Mac been talking a while behind the scenes. She's always on my YouTube live, so it's like I already know who this is. But for those who don't know, Mama Mac, what are you rolling on?
I'm rolling on a Ryker 2020 600.
Nice. When did you get your 2020 600?
A year ago.
Where did you pick it up? Dealer, private
Yeah,
sale?
I
What you
picked it
did?
up at a Indian motorcycle dealership.
Was
Someone traded it in for a two-wheel.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. Was it uh the dealership far away? Was it close?
About 45 minutes from here.
How was the experience in purchasing a bike from the dealer? Was it
It was
smooth? Was it a
oh, it was
headache?
it was smooth because I bought it pretty much an hour and a half after it was brought in to the dealership.
Okay. That's great. So I hope you got a good deal on it.
I got an awesome deal. I have not had one issue with it. I just love it.
That's great. Yeah, I'm the same way. I haven't had an issue yet. I haven't experienced all these stories that I get every once in a while. Even though it's the bad stories are rare, become from the good stories. So I can't really say anything about that. Now, the where you got it from, it's is it a big bike dealer? Is it like a
It
mom and
around
pop?
here, yes, it is a big Indian motorcycle dealership.
Okay, okay, that's cool. So, you went, got it. How was the ride home? Did you take the three-wheel class?
I took a two-wheel class in
Okay,
2019.
okay.
Yep.
So, how was this two-wheel in driving home on the three-wheel on your new bike? Tell me about that.
Oh, I like the not shifting, just to get on it and go. That's how I roll.
That's good. That's
Yep.
good. How was the transition?
To me, I think three wheels is the way to go. I mean, everybody has their preference, but with me, three wheels is the way to go.
Absolutely. I'm coming from a two-wheel life, I guess, a long time ago, and now I'm coming from two wheels, not riding, three wheels, riding as much as I can. Have you ever rode before?
Yes, growing up as kids, we were always on dirt bikes, on little mopeds, and I grew up riding horses, so I'm kind of used to all forms of riding, animals and motorcycles.
You might be the first transition from horse to motorcycle I had on the show. Tell me a little bit about yourself, Mama Mac. Like, what should the people know about you?
Oh, well, I mainly like to talk about the organization that I'm involved with. Its name is Illinois Bikers Against Bullying, and it's a
Mm,
501c organization here in Illinois. And we have grown from 10 members to over 2 to 300 members now, and we have it all in different counties in Illinois. So
wow.
yes, I live in Grundy County, which is about 60 miles south of Chicago, and I am the vice president for our Grundy County area. And so what we do is we just support kids, and we raise awareness of the bullying, and we try to get it in schools. I have spoken at schools, and we try to promote that at churches, even at home. There's bullying between siblings.
Hmm.
There's all different forms of bullying. There's physical bullying, there's verbal, sexual, and cyberbullying.
Yes.
And our program basically helps support the bully and the families. And
Wow.
yeah, it's like a mentorship program. It's, if anybody's familiar with Big Brother Big Sisters, that's kind of what we're like. So right now I'm currently sponsoring two kids. They are brother and sister who were pretty bullied pretty bad at school. So what we do is our organization will get on our bikes and we'll ride past the school. We'll even pick up the kids at school on the bikes, and we let the area and the schools know that we're not going to tolerate bullying anymore.
Wow. Now that is an amazing, amazing story. I tell you, I'm never amazed by the quality and caliber of people I meet doing this show. I mean, that is such a positive thing, and I'm glad you're able to get that out and help the children because yes, it
Yes,
is a big issue, and yeah, I mean, you could talk about that for days. I
for
know there's
days. Yep.
so many issues with that, and
Yes. And
children
we're right.
especially. Yeah.
And we're just trying to build awareness in the schools, especially because that's kind of the main part where bullying starts, and also that most kids are tech savvy over the internet. So we do try to bring awareness to schools, and it's an awesome program, and the kids just love it. And
No,
so when
that's
we
great.
take kids into our program, they are sponsored by a person in the membership in the club. So I sponsor the two kids, so we have a party for them. They
Mhm.
get honored with their own leather vest, and they get patches on their vest. And so they feel a great part of a wonderful community.
No, that's great. Building a community is the way to go. It starts in small
Yes.
steps, and I actually applaud that to you 100%. You
Yes.
said you ride around and to the schools and everything. How's in the area you live in? How is the bike life, the bike community
The bike life is very, very popular around here. There are a lot of MCs. There's a lot. I'm very outnumbered by Harley people.
there?
Um, the organization I am in, I am the only Riker rider. There is another rider that rides a Spider, but everybody else is on two wheels. But it doesn't matter, two, three wheels. We're there for the kids. My Riker gets lots of attention from the kids. They will buy they will bypass a $50,000 Harley trike and come look at mine.
It's that Batman effect. I tell you
Yes,
right now.
they're like, "Oh, that's such a cool bike." They love it. The kids
Yeah,
just love the Riker.
that's what's up, man. That's great.
Yes,
So, if I'm riding around your area, I'm visiting, I'm on my Ryko, whatever, I'm in the area, you got to tell me where am I going? Where am I going to hang out? Where am I going to go get the best food? Where am I going to go? Those the chill spots. Tell me.
right. Okay. Well, there's a lot of what we call biker bars around here. So
Yes.
we like to go hang out a lot of the biker bars. None of us in the organization drink alcohol. We do not promote that, and we have a standard of what we believe in. And so when we go to bars, we'll drink soda, whatever, but we like to hang out there. We get
Right.
our name out there. We try to get other people to be involved with what we do. We get a lot of sponsorship. We actually
Mhm.
have a big ride coming up this coming month, April 16th, at a local establishment here. And we're having bands. We're going to do a motorcycle run, and we'll make pit stops at other biker bars. And it's just to get the name out um, of our organization. We just want to get the word out and have people support us.
No, absolutely. No, I mean, if I'm riding around, and I like to put that out for the people who maybe just listen.
Mhm.
So if they're ever riding around, people do their cross country trips. I like them to know a spot where they could take their bikes and feel
Yeah,
comfortable and
there's a
know.
lot of nice biker bars. We have a park area that's called Starve Rock. It has a lot of the people that do trail walking and rock climbing. That is a very known place, and they have a really awesome bar there. It's called Jamie's Outpost,
Mhm.
and they have a huge leather shop. You can buy anything you can think of for your bike or for yourself. So if bikers are into leather chaps and any type of leather goods, that's the place to go. They have amazing food. They have outside bands. In the
Right.
summer, it's a great place to go to.
Speaking of summer, how's the weather? I mean, what's your riding season like?
Well, last week it was great. I was out quite a bit riding. This week we have lots of rain and lots of rain mixed with snow. Yeah,
Is it like, well, I guess it's similar to New York. Do you get
yeah,
this? Okay, all right. So you get
yeah.
the
The
seasons.
transition from winter to spring here It kind of teases you. It makes you think spring's here, and then right back to winter.
Yeah, we're having that problem now, man. It's been up and down like crazy. It's been like in the 30s out here. I tell you right now, I have a whole line of bikes in the driveway getting ready for, because everybody's been rushing because this is what they do, right? So
Yep.
everybody waits till that first nice day and they call me up and say, "Can you get my bike ready for riding season?" All right. And then all of a sudden it gets cold, so I can't do it. So I got a line of bikes in my driveway now, and everybody wants it to be out by Saturday because that's the first big ride out in New York. And it is amazing. And I've been laying on my back doing oil changes for the past 2 days in the cold. But that's why I tell people all the time, get it done before the winter. And
Yes.
then when the winter is over, you could just go right out and ride.
Yep.
Please
I got
don't
my oil
wait.
changed right before winter,
That's what's up, man. That
and
is
that
what's
and
up.
that RLS exhaust. It took. I actually Ricky
Oh yeah,
mailed
we gonna talk about that, RL.
Ricky
That
mailed me that
difficulty.
exhaust in November, and I just got it on 2 weeks ago.
Well, you know what? That's crazy because RLS he's been behind in exhaust. But I of course the show, people don't know we was talking about taking that one bolt that holds the exhaust off,
Yes.
and I was explaining to people that hey, mine came off with a 50 or 60 turns with the ratchet, and now I'm hearing that people had to go get it cut off and they
Oh,
couldn't turn it.
I
I
had to
didn't
end up spending
know.
money at the shop to take it off.
I didn't know that bolt. I'm telling you, I'm trying to think back now, and I don't have the old exhaust. I was trying to look even at the actual threads, and I couldn't find that. I doubt if mine had it on there. I do believe, but I have to say I was very early in the editions of the Ryker. So I'm
Right.
in the first 1,000 of production. So maybe it came on after me. Maybe there
2020,
was
they slapped it on there.
somebody say, "Hey, we got this stuff left over. Just."
I know. I call poor Heather in a distress.
I heard all about it, getting that exhaust off. Oh man,
Oh,
what
we
a
were saying some
nightmare!
words we shouldn't have been.
And I found it was just like, to me, that was like the easiest mod ever. That was like, and I've done electric. I have so much lights running around, so many wires. If you took my bike apart, you'd be like, this looks like spaghetti. But
I
only
even watched your video. I'm like, why did he make it look so easy?
I have to make it look easy sometimes, though, because even sometimes, you know what I do though? I'll plan it out before I do it, right? So it's not like I just get the box, I drop the box and go for 20 minutes. I kind of like do it like a little run through, and then I say, okay, I got all the tools I need, I got the space, and now I can get to work. But it actually was, out of all the videos, that was actually one of the easiest mods besides putting, a cover over my shocks. It was that easy.
Right.
But when it comes, well, what mod you have on the bike now besides the exhaust?
I have a windshield. I switched out the mirrors because the stock mirrors were just vibrating and I couldn't see anything out of them.
Okay.
They were pretty bad. Um, I've been thinking about painting it, but I read a lot of bad things about painting, so I'm kind of holding off on the painting right now. If I do a wrap, I'm not quite sure what I want to do. Right now, I just got a lot of fancy decals on there. I do have a case on the back.
Hmm.
And then I bought some nice saddlebags that I actually watched Beth's video where
Right.
she has put the over the seat, the bags over the seat. So
Okay.
I bought some bags and put over the seat. But I
What?
haven't done too many mods on it. I do have the grill, the RLS grill, and the RLS exhaust
Oh, the
grill
grill is
cover.
a must. The grill is a must.
Yes.
Yeah, you could. It'll save you a lot of headache later. Trust me. The
And I'm
grill is a must.
thinking about doing the cold air intake, but I've watched a lot of videos on there and I don't know if I can do that myself. So
Now the cold air intake is actually pretty easy because it's bolt on. The problem is the clamshell part of the bike. It's
yes,
a lot
that's
of work to take it apart and make the clamshell. So that is like, to me, the tedious part of it. but doing the RL, putting the intake on was not that bad. I've done it twice already, so it's like, I guess I'm getting more practice than I should,
Right.
So now it's just like one of those things. I don't want to tell people, oh, it's easy because I kept doing it. It's a little tedious. It's sort of like when I do lights and electrical. It's like it's tedious. It's a lot
Mhm.
of putting it there and mapping out lights. I mean, you could always go with the lights that are already pre-cut and they tell you exactly where to go, and
Right.
you just click it and that's it, and you just stick it on. But if you want to do like your own glow and your own patterns, then mapping it out, that's the
Right.
tedious part of the work. But like, what in the future, what mods are you thinking about?
Well, I got my eye on sling mods, but I got to get a second job for that.
Yeah, they'll make you broke, man.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I'm looking at the rims. I love the rims that they have for the Riker. Those
But
are
the
pretty bad
rims,
looking.
those rims are badass. But
Yes, they
I
are.
see that now a lot of people are going with just powder coating their original wheels.
I've
And
thought about that too.
they're saving a lot of money on the cost because
Yes.
those new wheels are, even I can't touch it. And he's not gonna send me a set for free, so I know that. I can't blame him. But those things are bad. I'm hoping that
Yeah.
maybe more companies come out with different styles so we can get the price down to
Right.
something more affordable. You know,
Yes.
definitely, definitely.
And then I
Anything else?
seen last week that Sling Mods released a covers for your headlights, like the tint on it. So I've been
Oh yeah,
thinking
yeah,
about,
yeah.
my bike is pink, so I've been thinking about doing the pink on the
Oh, that's cool.
headlights.
That's nice. I've also seen somebody who does it on, I believe it was eBay, where he actually makes them into eyes, so they look like
Yes,
eyeballs.
I've
Same
seen
thing.
those too.
Yeah, a lot of unique stuff coming out. So little
Yeah.
by little, it's good to see, and hopefully, when this if they're gonna go electric like they plan, that some of these parts will be compatible. If not, it's like boom, whatever. We'll see. I just don't want to buy too much stuff and then be like, okay, and now I'm sitting there contemplating. I want the electric Ryker. Everyone says no, don't do it.
Yeah.
But I'm
I don't
saying
think I could do the electric.
I'm biting the bullet. I'm like, I gotta have it. I'm
Yeah.
already starting to put away. I'm already starting to put my pennies away. So tell me, have you always rode? What did I ask you if you rode before?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Growing up, I rode
Did
dirt
you ride
bikes.
with an organization back growing up, or this is your first time with an
This is my
organization?
first time. Yes.
Okay, okay, okay. So the organization came about with your whole anti-bullying initiative.
Yes. And it's actually the organization's going on its second birthday. So
Oh,
it's fairly new. But there
hmm,
are other organizations that do the bullying also
that's
across the
nice.
United States. Yeah.
Oh yes, yeah. I've read about that. We have organized. We have the Big Brothers out here, and we have a lot of
Hmm.
organizations where they go into schools and they go into schools and they try to do the same thing. And I've seen a lot of online, but that's good that you guys are coming out and showing the kids the bikes and everything. That's pretty fun, and I'm quite sure it gives them a little tickle inside and keeps that memory going that there's
Oh, it
somebody out
does.
there
Yes, and
advocating for
my
them.
kids have come a long, long way. When I first started mentoring them, they were very shy and really didn't want to speak a lot. And now they have come a long way to where the girl is not being bullied anymore, and she's on the
Mm,
cheerleading squad at school. So
that's great. That's
yeah.
great. Yeah, I'm 100% that way of advocating. I did 21 years in law enforcement, so I understand. I understand what bullying it is, and I understand
Mhm.
how it is to be bullied.
Yep.
Unfortunately, the privilege of wearing a uniform is also the privilege of have to have thick skin for all the
Yes.
nonsense.
Yep.
So I can understand that being an adult eating it and being a child eating that type of abuse is rough. So once again, I commend you on what your organization is doing and everything. That's just great. Now tell me about the area, right? So, it's like you said it's a big bike thing, a lot of Indian rides. I mean, has it always how can I say? Well, here in New York, you have like a bike life. It's not really, it's becoming more unified now because
Mhm.
I guess the more and more bikes are, it's harder to be separate. These little groups are now more and more organizations out there since it's a big Indian. How is the like, how can I say, they treat the three wheelers? Do you see a lot of the three wheelers? How is the,
We have nothing but respect for one another around here. You know, when we ride by each other, I always do the three wheels down. They do the two to me. I've never been disrespected.
oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
great. No, that's good. Do you
Yeah.
see a lot of three wheelers yet out of there in Chicago,
The
Illinois?
spider seems to be more popular around this area. I've only seen one other Riker,
Hmm.
but I do live in a rural area, so I don't live in a big city. Like I said, Chicago is 60 miles south of me
Hmm.
or north of me, and there's obviously tons of suburbs, but I'm kind of out in farm country.
Oh, okay. So then that
We,
means you're getting some good long rides in.
oh yes, we got a lot of beautiful country roads. We're surrounded by a lot of rivers, so
Mm.
there's a lot of nice country riding out here.
That I like to see. I don't get a chance to do those type of riding. My
Yes.
ridings consist of looping around the city 3 or 4
Hmm.
times.
Yes. Yes, we got a lot
Sitting
of open space here to ride.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's
a to me the open space is it's just so much fun. There's like
yes,
certain spots you could find, like if you leave New York, the actual city part, and try to get out of the
right,
five boroughs, maybe up to Long Island, or if you can get a chance to go upstate. But you're talking about long rides, so you're talking about you're dedicating a lot of time. It's not like I could just jump on, go 2 hours, come back. For me to just navigate out the city is rough, but it's cool
right,
because since so many of us are city guys, we don't have a problem with meeting up. It's more like guys don't have a problem finding a place to meet up with the bikes, park, chill, get a bite to eat, hang out, talk crap, and then ride
right,
out. We might try to go down to Times Square and light up the streets a little bit, but mostly it's more of a like a meet and greet style out here, not really the long road trips like people who have that suburb life.
right. Yeah, the closest major city here is about 20 minutes away.
Do you ride out there? Do you see a lot of
Yeah,
bikers like they
yeah, oh
ride
yeah.
out there, hang
It's
out there?
like the most populated city that we have around here. There,
Okay.
like if I need to go to Walmart, I have to go there.
Oh, okay, I get you. I
So we
get you.
only have like small little stores and lots of bars in my town. So there's not there's not too much to shop. We have one grocery store.
Uh-huh. Do you get like big ride outs? Like, will
Oh yes.
all of a sudden they'll pop up and you'll see like, a posting, hey, 300, 400, whatever it is, gonna
Yes.
ride out. Yeah.
Yeah, last year we did a ride for the War Dogs, which is a MC that actually gets dogs out of shelters. They train them, and then they go with veterans or veterans that have PTSD. So we
Mm.
did a big ride out with them last year, and that's when we went up to the border, Wisconsin. So I didn't call Lunica because we were out on this ride, and I didn't know she lived in Wisconsin at the time. But that was like a 350-mile ride that day.
Woo, man.
Yeah, and there was over 400 plus bikes in it.
Wow.
Yeah, it was huge.
Wow. We have one coming up the 2nd of April. We're gonna ride out for the two slain cops in New York City that were ambushed. So we're gonna ride out single formation. It's gonna be from one borough. We're gonna cross two boroughs to the precinct that they worked out of. It's gonna be probably about 200-300 bikes, single formation. So we're pretty much probably gonna shut all New York City's highways down for a
Wow.
long time. But yeah, so usually we'll have big ride outs. They're gonna have a ride out for autism here. Then we got our first Juneteenth celebration we're working on to getting, because you got to get a lot of permits and a lot of approvals before you have anything out here, or they just
Right.
wind up shutting you down and chasing you all over the city till you just give up. So we have that coming up. So we're hoping to grow the New York City organization into, something a little bigger. I watch the guys like, Three Times Dope and Ryker Bike Shop and Philly Ryker Boys. They go to other states and ride out. I think it's good. So hopefully we can get the same type of energy going in New York. We got a lot of three wheelers out here, a lot. I don't think as much as Philly, but we do have a lot. So we're trying to get our organization up to,
Nice.
getting it. But like I said, it's more of a meet and greet style. New Yorkers like to have, sound competitions and
Right.
and swag competition and light competition. It's a show off town.
Right. Yes. Our organization is going to be holding some bike nights. And so we just invite anybody to come. So it's going to be mixed with a car show too.
Oh, that's
So,
nice.
yeah.
That's
So
nice.
whoever wants to come out and show off their bike or their car or whatever, and just getting the awareness out for our organization. Um, we just try to do what we can to get the word out.
No, no, that's good. That's good. I mean, it's just interesting to see, when I speak to different people from all over. I'm speaking to people from all over different countries and how they progressing. A lot of people have taken their three wheels, their Can-Ams and started such big movements. It's amazing. Like
Hmm.
it's just something out of nothing. And people, even people who've hit me up behind the scenes and be like, "Oh, I watched your show and you had this person on and that person inspired me to start my own riding club, and now I have this many members." So I'm just happy to get it out and let people know. I like the enjoyment, and I have to say I've been embraced 100% with nothing but love. So it's easy for me to keep on going. But so far so good. I've known people having some, there are some nightmare stories about their bikes, but and I'll get emails about it, like like I built the machine. Sometimes people like, that thing and this and that, you need to tell these. I said, listen, that's a multi-billion-dollar company. They are not listening to me, not at all. They are, trust me. I might be an ambassador for Can Am, but I have about that much influence on the brand. That much influence. Trust me, I can spread the word, but it doesn't work. I said all I am is the just a smiling face, I guess. At this point, I try. There are a few people I've tried that had problems with their bike sitting in. I tried to make a call for them, and some have worked, some have not. It is what it is, but I just want everybody to enjoy themselves, ride safe, and try to give them as much help as I can. If they could stop calling me at 3 in the morning saying my bike doesn't start, can you help me?
Yeah, I haven't had a problem with mine. Even we had a pretty brutal winter, and I didn't even have mine on a trickle charge. I just went out once a week and started it, and
Oh, okay.
it's fine.
No, no, that's, I mean, that's what's up. If you can go out there and do that, that's fine. But usually I'll just put it on the charger, drop some fuel stabilizer in there, and forget it for a couple of months. This way I don't have to worry, because I have another bike in there too. So I just don't want to keep going back and forth, starting up bikes inside the garage. And then I have
Right.
another thing that I'm working on and trying to get that up and running. And then I just have so much stuff I don't want to do to my bike anymore. But then I get, companies that say, "Hey, can you put this on your bike and talk about it?" And I go, "Well, how much is it going to cost you for me to do that?" I'm running out of space, Mama Mac. I'm running out of space. I'm starting to turn this bike into a spaceship. I'm putting too much stuff on it. I think I'm past. How much money you think you spent already?
Man, I probably have spent a good 2,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty good. That's actually pretty good. You
And
know,
the RLS exhaust was a Christmas gift from my fiance, so
all right. Well, then
so
that's all.
that wasn't my money that bought it. So
Gifts are always good. I'm sitting with a pile of gifts now. I have a pile of gifts from all these people who send me. So, and it's great. Even people who buy things for their bike and they don't use it, they go, "Hey, can I send it to you? I'm not going to use it." So I'll say, "Sure, send it." I'll try to do it as a giveaway or something if I can. But Yeah, I'm at the point of spending money on that bike so much that I might have to pick up another insurance rider or something because it's just too much. And I always say, "Oh, that's it for me. I'm not gonna do anything else." And then something happens, a company will drop something, or they'll be like, "Hey, you should try these," or
I
killing me,
really
man.
like the sound system that Can Am came out with. I would really like to have that.
That is nice, and for the simple fact that it's plug and play, it's a
Yep.
lot easier because I started dabbling with putting the music on people's bikes, and this stuff can go. You could run yourself into some serious, serious money. And
Hmm.
they're using the marine speakers and amps and
Right.
wiring, and it's just, I mean, the stuff that people are doing to these bikes is just amazing. And I tell people all the time, you put a 2,000 watt speaker system on the bike. You put 1,000 different LED lights, and you burn out every 2-3 minutes. Don't get mad when the bike starts to give out
Right.
on you a little bit. It
Yeah,
is.
that's one thing I try not to do is mess with the wiring too much. I have LED lights on my bike, but that's all I have.
Yeah, yeah. Because I tell people all the time, it's they built it a certain way. They didn't build it for the add-ons. So the more you abuse it, put the abuse to it, you be careful because I was talking to 818 Riker about the turbo kit, and they put a turbo kit on the Riker, which I said was pretty cool. It's a high cost point. I mean, it's average for a turbo kit, but I said, now, what's the wear and tear like? If I put this thing on my bike, is it going to be have to service every 2,000 miles now because of this turbo kit? Like, am I burning more fuel? Of course. Am I burning oil faster? Am I doing my drive belt, putting more stress on my belt? So, should I upgrade? So it's a lot of things to it. I think it's a good idea. I saw it. It's fast. It's nice. You get a lot of horsepower, but it's what you trade off on the bike, right?
Right.
So you're gonna trade speed and horsepower for the maintenance later. So
Yeah,
it's
I
what you're
noticed since I
comfortable with.
right since I got my new exhaust on there, I've been going a little bit faster than what I should be going on there.
Well,
I noticed
actually,
my gas mileage has changed a little too.
yeah, actually, you will go a little faster. One, because you shaved off about 30 or 40 pounds of weight
Yeah,
when you took off that exhaust. Two, you
and it
it's
just
that
sounds so
it,
good.
it's that sound. I'm the same way. Like, I don't like music. Like, I have like a little Bluetooth speaker on the bike, just when I'm at a
Right.
light or something, I have something to listen to. Like, but I'm an exhaust guy. I want
Me
you to
too.
hear just like I hear it coming down. Oh, I want you to
Yeah.
hear it too. You know. But
Yeah,
now New
it's
York, they're going after us for loud pipes, so I got to be careful
yeah.
out there.
Illinois
Yeah, I
does
gotta.
not have that rule. But it
Yeah, I
was
gotta. I gotta come up with a trick. I don't know. Maybe if I come up with a little trick, I could sell it. But I don't want to. I don't want to do anything that's going to give me a problem because everything in New York City is run by camera. Literally, if I was to go to the beach from my house, I would pass 3 red light cameras and 2 speed cameras. So it would cost me probably about $300 to go to the beach and just. So it's just they clamp down on us so bad out here. It's so bad,
that's
But
one nice thing about living out in the country. You can get on that exhaust and nobody cares.
yeah, I
Yeah.
know. I gotta figure out what I'm doing. In my future plans, maybe put it on a trailer and start going places and doing some back
Right.
road traveling because I definitely got to get out there and see some of the country. But I don't know if I want to see it on my bike or in an airplane. I don't.
Right. Yeah, a bunch of people from our organization is taking a road trip down to Tennessee in September, but we're not going to be going to that because in October I'm going to Tennessee, and that's when I'm going to meet up with Heather.
Oh, nice! That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, make sure you take some cool pictures. That'll be
Yes.
great.
Yep.
So tell me, Mama Mac, if you had to describe your Can-Am experience in one word or one sentence, what would it be?
Fabulous.
Ha ha ha! Fabulous.
Yes.
That's what's up. That's great. Now
It
I never
is.
get the same answer twice.
It's
I
fun.
always I always
It's
get
fun fun.
FUN, yeah. I'd never get the same answer twice. And the last person I had on the podcast said, "Can I curse?" I was like, "Sure." He said, it's funner than a motherfucker."
I'm trying to represent Illinois bikers against bullying. So
Oh yeah, plug that, man. Tell everybody about that. Then let them know, for the people who are not watching, who are just listening. Break
yes.
it down to them and let them know how they can get in touch with your organization.
Yes, we have a Facebook page. You can follow us on Facebook at Illinois Bikers on Facebook. And we also have a website, and it's www.illinoisbikersagainstbullying.net. And on there, we have some pretty fantastic gear you can buy: t-shirts, tank tops, hats, and all 100% of the proceeds goes to our 501c organization to help support the kids' programs. We even send kids to summer camp. It's a camp where all the kids are in the same boat and they just talk about it and they make new friendships.
All right. So you guys heard it first. I'll have the link of all of that posted below. So if anybody's interested and want to get in,
Yes, and I
underneath
also
the
have
description.
flyers and all kinds of information on our organization. Um, People can just hit me up on Instagram at Mama Mac, and I can send them information. And we also have a hotline, and you can call, even though we're based in Illinois and you're from another state. If you
Mm,
know of a kid, or even a kid itself, a teenager that's struggling, give us a call. We'll contact somebody in your state, and we'll
wow.
get the help that you
Wow.
need. So our hotline here is 630-246-7773.
Well, that's what's up. I mean, like I said, I'll get all this information from Mama Mac and have it posted below in the link of the video, and you'll be able to directly click the link. And if you know anyone and any child that needs some help or is talking about a help, this is a great way. Now that you have a name to the face, feel comfortable to reach out to her. She's doing great things. If you guys don't know me, I'm Keith Hammer. This is Rolling on Three, the first podcast for all three wheelers. If you want to get in touch with me to be on the show, email me at rollingon3wheels@gmail. That's the number three. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram. On Instagram, I'm the Shadow Black Ryker. I'm not, but if you type in hashtag Rolling on Three, you'll find a link. I am on TikTok, Rolling on Three. I am on Twitch, I think, Rolling on Three. There might be a Discord coming up. I can't tell you. Whatever it is, just type in Rolling on Three. You'll look for me. Find Keith Hammer. And like I said, if you want and need information, all my information is down below. And Mama Mac's information will be down below. Mama Mac, thank you for being on the show, man. It was very enlightening to hear what you're doing. It's very positive, and I'm glad I'm able to promote that stuff out.
Well, thanks for the invite. I appreciate it.
Of course, of course. All right, everybody. Thank you for checking in, and I will see you on the next one.